Dude, today is the day, guys. We are getting a dragon pick today, and everyone is here to witness that. Because today we are hitting the average drop table is like 350. We are hitting that today. We're hitting 350, so it's guaranteed. That's how RuneScape works. Let's get it, boys. We have to kill one of these to figure out how many we've killed. I believe we're on 500. No, I believe we're on 300 and something, like 307. We're on 307 Calvarion kills right now with no dragon pick from him. So we should be hitting the drop table very soon. Let's peek and see if anybody's in here. The cave is empty. Gas. We might just get it first kill and go ahead and dip up out of here, boys. If you want to gamba, you can gamba now. We have about 5 more minutes on the gamba. I'm probably going to end it, though, a little bit sooner since I'm starting the KCs. The more you talk about getting it, the less likely you will get it. I mean, I don't even want it, really. You know what I mean? Because if I get it, then that's just less resources that I'm getting from the boss. And so if the game thinks that I don't really want it, that could increase my chances of getting it, because you always get things that you don't want, you know? Yeah, I'm just here for if I'm just here for the pet, I'll probably get everything else but the pet, right? Gold ore and range pots. Crushing him. I need to make sure my wilderness alarm is on. I'm just gonna take that hit. All right, it's on. All right, nobody gank me. We got a farm today, boys. Hopefully all the PvPers are asleep. Taking a break off. Taking a day off. Nice. Magic log. Imagine not having a D-pick. Are you trying to D-pick shame me right now, Big Fish? I don't think that anybody in my stream would D-pick shame me. Surely not. Right, guys? I prefer you not showing us your D-pick. Well, I can't. I don't have one. Can't even show you if I wanted to. The sustain. You got one in your clog? No one can take that from you? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why Bronze Man is biz. If I was Bronze Man, I could just go buy one. Because I've already earned it. I've already got the drop. If you can't show us your D-pick, then you don't have one? I know. That's the problem. Bronze Man seems really fun. It is, but anything that's unofficial, just I wouldn't do it. Unless it was for a YouTube series. I mean, that's fine and dandy, but as a streamer, I mean... Oh, what if that was a dragon pickaxe? That'd be hot. As a streamer, I mean, it's just better to play official content, so it's gotta be Iron Man until Bronze Man goes official with it. You finished the Calfight Queen head? I do have the Calfight Queen head. I finished every combat achievement in the game that would give a dragon pick. So all that's left is farming the exact same thing that I've already done. But at least this gives good supplies, you know? What's your resolution size? 2K. My monitor is a 2K monitor. So that's the resolution size. My client size is a 27-inch monitor, full screen. Full screen Andes, boys. Full screen Andes, rise up. Yo, chat, has anybody quit RuneScape because of the dollar? Do I got anybody in the chat that's in rebellion right now? You're just not gonna play anymore because of that dollar? I quit because of the roadmap. Tag, you're not playing RuneScape anymore because of the roadmap? What pissed you off about it? Well, when you looked at that roadmap and you were like, yeah, nope. Oh, the green got me. The green writing got me right there. Council can't afford it at the moment. Yeah, well, if you can't afford the 15, you probably can afford the 14. That makes sense. I understand that. It's a lot of extra dollars per month. The a RuneScape subscription if you don't have it. I've been surviving off bonds for a year. Oh, I forgot. You look. If you make enough money in the game, you get your subscription for free, right? So how much, chat, how much money, if you're a bonder, How much gold do you have to make to buy a month of RuneScape? $14 million per 2 weeks. Oh, dragon. Dude, I am getting jebaited hard. I got dragon bones. And I got sand fuse back to back. Both green writing. Good drops, though. Good drops. You need to make 1 million gold per day. Okay. So if you want free membership, you need to make 1 million gold per day. What are the main methods that you guys are using to make 1 million gold per day? Are you just raiding all day, every day? Slayer and PVM bossing. Let's say if you're playing a lot, it's pretty easy to make 1 million per day. Killing Vorkath, you can make 5 million an hour from the bones. Those super dragon bones that he drops, they're just consistent money. I farm D picks for bonds. No, you don't. D picks are not worth anything. They're only worth something to an Iron Man, which is what makes Iron Man special. U-Seed. Vork is how I rebuilt. The thing is, if you want to pay for membership through bonds and you're not maxed, then you're slowing down your progression a lot. Okay. Because you're saying you can't max your account while you're farming for gold a lot? Because sailing doesn't make you a ton of money? I guess it depends on what method you're doing for sailing. Spending gold on bonds instead of EXP. And then you have to sell your gear upgrades. Ooh. That'd probably be a bit exhausting to have to, you know, pay your membership in bonds. Because the amount of time that you would spend, how much, like, well, I guess if you're doing Vorkath, people are saying an hour of Vorkath would pay for 5 days of a bond. So you probably just have to camp Vorkath whenever you really need some money so you can go back to doing what you want. Sand views. Damn. That's a lot of green, man. Get lucky on a mega rare and you're set with bonds. Chat, if you get a mega rare, how many years of membership is that? 5 years? That is crazy. 5 years of membership if you get a mega rare. Bro, don't come in my lair, bro. What are you doing? This guy didn't even check the cave. He just came right in. Normally I would have TP'd out, but I was taking the risk that a guy in a Slayer helm was probably not coming to kill me. That was a bit of a risk there. A little bit of a risker. It was mainly the zombie axe, the black d'hide, and the Slayer helm, and the Artie cape. It was like the exact setup that you need to farm this guy. And a lot of times people can bait and switch with that. So I probably still should TP out. Which, for the next person that comes along, I will TP out. But just for that first one of the day, I'm like, I felt pretty strongly. I took the gamble there. I felt pretty strongly like he wasn't going to gank me. Or he wasn't going to bait and swap me. Tebow is worth 6 years of membership. That is so crazy to me. Oh, because if you got a Tebow, you'd be getting the yearly discount price. Because you're buying them in years instead of months now. In RuneScape 3, I can make over 1 bond per hour. All right, let's do some math here, guys. How many hours does it take to get a Tebow on average? Quick math. 300, 400, 500? $300 for efficient solos. All right, let's go with the efficient solo. 300 hours. 300 hours is how many days played? 12? 12 days played? Guys, in 12 days played, on average, you can get 6 years of membership. Is there any other better thing you should be farming than just mega rares? Doom is more money per hour than mega rares. I made 5 billion at Doom. This is true. Jesus. Gotta count. Dude, no, I lost my lamp. On my main. Rip. There was a guy on Behemoth the other day, and I think his account had like 13 scythes because he does TOB so much. Can you imagine that? Yeah, Sam Squanch. That's him. I think if you're playing this game full time and you have a maxed account, like if you're playing a good bit of hours per day, we'll even say like even 5 to 6 hours a day, which is probably a good bit of time, but in a RuneScape hours, that's like nothing. If you're playing like even 5 hours a day, you can make way more than enough money to pay for your subscription. Bro, we did the math one day. Oda Block he has enough money in his account in gold to pay for like 100 years or more of RuneScape. It's like 200 years of RuneScape subscription. It was like a couple lifetimes that he has. I guess you would just do 300 million divided by 500 billion. And you would get how many years Odablock can buy a membership for. Quit milking this content. I can't wait to be done with this, actually. Is that all anybody in RuneScape is doing? They're just milking content and when they're not getting the drops. Streamer equals milking content. You talked to Oda about PvP today? Not yet. I was debating if I was going to reach out to him again or not. I was fired up about it the other day, and now I'm like, what was I going to talk to Oda about again? Dragon Bones. Again, another green drop. Dude, this bag is kind of thick. Maybe we should bank. We're going to do 360 kills today. That's the drop table, I believe. This is one of the best bosses to farm on an iron. Yeah, that's why I'm not too upset about not getting the dragon pick. The items are just insanely good. Skyrim music. I arrived just in time. Is this some Skyrim music right here? Ooh, blood runes. Like every drop I'm killing this guy, I'm getting like 100k, 50k, 100k. I've almost paid for my day of membership already just by killing this guy 15 times. Pretty sure Alien Food got the dragon pick at 3kc at Chaos Elemental. That's crazy. I have a feeling we're finally going to get this thing today. HR Viking, thank you for the 4-monther. One prime at a time. I mean, if we look up this guy right now, what does that say? 358. We are killing 358 of these today. The chances are more on our side to see the D pick than any other day. You have to factor in you already had one. No, it's a completely different boss. We got one from the bear. The bear has nothing to do with this drop table. It's not how that works. Rune pickaxe is so troll. Right now we're at 324. So we have 24 more and we have crossed the basically 100% chance of a dragon pick dropping. I'm pretty sure that's how the percentages work. Wait, chat, what percentage chance do you have of getting the item when you're at 100% of the average? Any math? Any mathers? Any Marshall mathers? A bit over 50? 63? 65? It's in the 60s? There's a calculator for it, I'm sure. I think the dry calculator will tell you, actually. The 1 million risker. At double drop rate, you have an 86.6% chance of getting the drop. So when you're 2 times dry, you're 86%. 63.2% when you're at 100 times the rate. So doubling the rate only gives you a 20% chance of getting the item. 20% additional. I swear, the drop math in RuneScape is tough to understand. That's why a lot of people who can't comprehend it, they're just like, yeah, it's 50-50. It's that simple. And they don't need to be told otherwise. It either drops or it doesn't. Come on. Wait, is drops in RuneScape equal to a statistics class? It's like the same thing. I never took statistics in college. OSRS invented stats. I guess I would have learned that if I took a stats class. There was a guy in my fraternity. His name was Stats. Does that count? So I technically knew Stats. I knew him. He was a legend. I don't know about OSRS legend though. Yo, Scuba GTS. Thank you very much for the 5-monther. You seen the dry calc for OSRS? Yeah, that's what I was referencing. I believe the dry calc in OSRS is just a stats calculator that was renamed to the OSRS dry calculator to help people understand the differentials of like how far away they are from actually getting the drop and the likelihood of them getting it. And it puts it into a equation and a simple, formulaic algorithmic tool for you to use. And it's quite nice. It's quite nice. Of course, I mean, I can do those calculations in my head, but some people can't. And I think it's nice to have tools like that, right? That's why they talk about, you know, AI and all that stuff. I'm just like, I don't need that. I use the dry calculator as cope. It's good for that. It's all formalistic at the end of the day. The job market for Gen Z is ass. Dude, what? Where'd that come from? Where'd that? What? Who asked? Bro is upset. Random fact, but he's right. That's crazy. I mean, the job market for Gen Z might be ass, but I mean, have been feeling that shit too, right? Like, none of us can buy a house or afford kids and shit. Everything went up in price and the wages didn't. I mean, if you took a statistics class, you would know this. I think. I never took one. Just use the dry calc. Will the dry calc tell us why there's the jobs suck? Statistically, you can be stuck here for infinity. Can I get a number? Can anybody dry calc me the number of how likely it would be that I kill this boss 1 million times and don't get the drop? Dry calc says 100%. Dang, it's an almost guaranteed chance that that would never happen. It's not even 99.999 repeating. It is 100% chance that that would just never happen. You could never kill this boss 1 million times and not get loot. Statistically. I've done barrows 1 million times and I still don't have the gloves. Well, that's because you don't get the gloves from barrows, okay? All right, you're doing that wrong. The response was 1 to infinity. Do you guys think Mad Season is trying to get the barrows gloves by doing barrows and he doesn't know? That's why he's still doing it a 1.5 years later. How are you, Sard? Doing good, brother. Be better if I get this D pick, though. Mad Season looks at clogs. Oh, okay. Probably wouldn't happen then. He already green-logged barrows? That is a feat in itself. I almost have 1 million in my bag. It could be time to bank soon. Did you guys know? I was looking up some stuff yesterday. Did you guys know that Nex is a part of the God Wars dungeon? And it's technically a God War dungeon and the God of Zaros. I didn't know that. I thought Nex was a completely separate thing. But you can farm Nex in a group. I think. So you need the 4 key pieces from all of the other gods to go into the ancient god, known as Zaros. And then that's where you can get a Nihil Horn, which a Nihil Horn will upgrade an Armadillo crossbow into a Zarite crossbow. I'm trying to figure it all out. Does everyone need the key to get into Nex, or is it just one guy? Everyone has to have the key. Okay, I just started doing God Wars dungeons. How would I get the key? Like from bandos per se. 1 KC at each boss. I already have the bandos KC and then the Zilliana KC then. Or do I have to start the mini quest first? What was the key? What would the key be called? I actually don't know any of this stuff. Oh, it's a frozen key piece. Frozen key. I got it. I have Sardaco and Bando. They're in the bank already. So we get the other two and then we can start killing Nex. But the thing is, I should have the... Why don't I have the Zamorak key? I've killed Krill as well. I have KC on him. Did you start the quest before killing him? I don't know, but I have pieces of the key from other bosses. Is there a separate quest for him? Riley roll. Surely today is the day. Yo, thank you. Let me pull up the KC, see where we're at now. 332. You're gonna hate Nex. You guys know who messaged me and said, if you like Nex, I will delete my account? Theory-wise. He hates Nex. What do you still miss from Bandos? The God Sword Hill and the chest plate? Alright, we're 1 million in the bag right now. I think we can bank after this kill. Would I use Bando's gear over Blue Moon? I like Blue Moon as my melee gear. I know Bando's doesn't degrade, but I don't know if I want those swaps. Like if I'm doing Cox or TOA, I don't know if I want to bring Bando's gear. I'd rather just bring the Blue Moon. If I'm doing Slayer, yeah, use Bandos. But other than that, no, you. Or you could use Proselyte too. 334 kills. Wine of Zamorak. Oh man, we got to get this dragon pick, guys. We got to go back to actually getting some XP for our account. This is just crazy at this point. 50 kills per day. We're getting no Slayer XP. We're getting nothing but resources for the bank. At this point, I feel like I'm just farming this as a principle. Like, I don't even really need it. I don't have a Basilisk Jaw. I've never actually killed a Basilisk. I think I'm 0 KC on Basilisk. Basilisk Jaw isn't worth it. Just get a Serpent Helm. Is Serpent Helm same stats, but you're immune to Venom? The Nezi Helm is pretty good, so I'll have to look up what changes to the Nezi Helm when you add the Basilisk Jaw to it. It does look pretty cool, though. The Mog is pretty sick. Guys, does anyone want to say grats to me right now? Pre me getting the dragon pick? Because I feel like I'm getting it right now. Okay, you could probably just let him go now, honestly. Because I'm getting this thing. Boom. Right after I get these steel cannonballs. Yeah. Right after that. Unbelievable. Guys, I'm gonna need a bagel soon. You guys ever kill a boss a bunch of times and then you're like, man, I just kind of need a bagel right now. I feel like that sometimes. I'm kind of feeling like that right now. It's kind of how I'm feeling. We gotta finish the KC first. At minimum, we have to kill 357. Ooh. Ow. I want the double eat off of that. I think 50 KC per day is pretty good. It goes by decently fast. And eventually we'll just get it. Eventually we'll just get the drop. That's the strategy. More cannonballs. Nice. Play. Okay, let me practice. Close loot bag. Pick up the item. Boom. It's good to practice. Sometimes you have to practice because you don't know. You don't know. The situation could just happen at any point in time. You got to be ready for it. Oh, there's a dragon pick. Oh, close loot bag. Pick it up. Boom. There it is. There's my practice. I think I'm ready, boys. I think I'm ready to loot it now. Okay, Vetion. Go ahead. You know what to do. The rest is on you. I'm ready. I'm ready to loot. Rune! That's crazy. Listen, I know some of you guys didn't take statistics class in college, but right now we are approaching an actual 50-50 drop rate. Like I am over a 50% chance of getting this item to drop statistically. And I know that because I had a friend named Stats in college. So this could actually happen on this kill. Craziness. Crazy that didn't happen. I mean, that was literally a coin flip. We could have had that. I mean, every kill at this point is like a coin flip. Call me DEG. Thank you for the prime, sir. One prime at a time. The Renars and the bones are so good here. Hell yeah, brother. That's why I'm here. I ain't even here for that D pick. I'm here for the bones. Guys, if you tell the boss that you're not here for the thing you're here for, you do statistically have a higher chance of getting it. Just ask the pet hunters, okay? Just ask them. Go ask any pet hunter. I guarantee you they green log the entire boss before they get the pet when they're there for the pet. Just like me, I showed up for the dragon pick. Guess what I got instead? A Void Waker. If I had been going for the Void Waker, I would have got 5 D picks. Like LMGD. That's the secret. You never go for what you're going for. Write that down. That's live. I have 9 D picks. Careful, Prox. Nobody likes a showboat, okay? Just get the pick. I'm waiting outside the PK. Are you gonna come into the stream right as the D pick drops? You'll already be too late. That's what was so impressive about the guy that ganked me. He came at the perfect time. It was right at the climax of it dropping. And then he came. It's just like, it couldn't happen. 4 restores. You couldn't, it's not something you could recreate. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. And then I was a dumbass and I didn't close my loot bag. Like there's no way somebody comes in, one-shots me as I'm going to pick up the dragon pick, because my loot bag will be closed when I pick it up this time. And even if I do die, I'll be spamming food. If it drops, I'm gonna spam food to 100 HP, or I'll double angler or something to get over. I'll go pick it up, and then from there I have it. There's like a 3-tick window for me to be frozen in one shot as the D pick is on the ground. It's so unlikely, because I'll be double eating through the hits. As I say, the chances of it happening are just beyond like, honestly, beyond infinity and beyond. Oh, dragon bones. And we're getting a lot of dragon bones today, guys. We're stockpiling the bones. That's going to be good for the Prey G XP. I actually probably have a good bit of Prey XP in the bank, just kind of banked up. Should we take a look how much? How much Prage XP do we have? 1,000 Dragon Bones. 375 Sun-Kissed Bones. And 20,000 Bone Shards. Chat, give me some numbers. How much XP is that? Actually, there's a plugin for that, right? I don't even know Sun-Kissed Bones give. Bro, the Sun-Kissed Bones, you chiz them. You hit them with the chiz. And they turn into shards, dude. How do you not know that? That's why every now and then you got to hit them with the chiz. Where do you think that term came from? Idiots. You got to get with the program, okay? Wait, let me hit the banked XP plugin. Ooh, Prage. 2 prayer levels. You were right. Wait. Okay, yeah. $1,000 Dragon Bones. Ooh, I got hit there. Double E. It's so hard to do anything when you're doing this boss because you have to literally move every 2 ticks. You have to move. Maybe every 3. Every 3 ticks you have to move. Ooh, at the Wilderness Altar, we have 3 prayer levels banked. And what happens if we turn the shards into Sunfire Wine? 4 prayer levels banked. Sheep. Guys, we have 4 prayer levels banked. That's big. If I was running Dragon Bones to the altar, nobody would try to come gank me, right? If I did that on stream. Cave is empty. Go. Dude, is that how Soup came up with the idea for the hopper? He was hopping worlds. I just figured it out. That is so wrong that it's sad. I'll tell you what isn't wrong. Me about to get this dragon pick today. That's the only thing that's guaranteed to happen today. You might not get a text back. It may or may not rain. The weatherman may or may not be lying to you. But the one thing guaranteed to happen is me getting a dragon pick today. So you guys can count on that, okay? Because I am hitting 100% chance of getting the drop. Very soon. 348 Calvarions have been slain by my zombie axe. Here it is. Oh, now I'm stalled out. It was worth it though, because I'm getting it right here. Ooh. Chat, would this dragon pick be a spooned if I get it 1 KC before the actual drop rate? Am I dry if I get it 1 KC afterwards? One KC dry. What if dry meant you had killed enough of the mobs to where you had more than a 50% chance of getting it already? Shouldn't that be what dry means? I feel like dry should be after your 50% chance of getting it. Because at what percentage chance are you dry? It shouldn't be the number. Because if you're dry at 2 times the drop rate, that means you're dry at 86.6%. And who in their right mind is like, yeah, you're dry at 86.6. Shouldn't you be dry at 50% or 51%? Because, and the thing is like, no one's ever going to be like, yeah, he went on rate for that. You're either spooned or you're dry. I've never heard anybody say, oh yeah, LMGD went on rate for that. You know what I mean? So we've got to come together as a community and figure out what the actual percentage is where you are spooned and dry. Spooned is 25% of the drop rate, and dry is 75%. Okay. That could work. The community can't even decide on what the mid game is. Would you like to be the big spoon or the little spoon? The big spoon. If I'm gonna be spooned, I want it in 1 KC. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna call me a spooner, if I don't want to be called a spooner after I did 320 CGs. You know what? Just give it to me on the first kill, and then there's no doubt. You know, like yeah, I spooned that. But like, don't make me work for it. Work for it a little bit. I don't want to work for it at all if I'm spooned. You know what I mean? Like, just give me the arcane prayer scroll on the first kill, and then we could all be like, yeah, I got spooned. No, I just TP'd out. Fuck, I panicked. Guys, I panicked. Shit. Go back. I tried to close my loot bag. Go back. Fuck. Okay, this is not happening to me again. Close the bag. Go back. Please be there. It's still there. Go. Get out. Yes. Oh my God. Woo. We got it, boys. Yes. And now you guys are going to say I spooned it because it's 352 instead of 356. What was the rate on it? Oh my, dude, I panicked. I tried to close my loot bag and I TP'd out. Oh my God. I told you guys I was getting it today. I told you, you know, your girl, the girl you were talking to, you might not get a text back today. You know what I mean? It may or may not rain, but we're definitely getting the dragon pick. That was the one thing that was for certain today. I knew that. Let's freaking go. We got it, boys. ACQUIRED. Acquired. D-pick. Locked it in, boys. Whoo! Edit com. D-pick. Let's update the command. There it is. D-pick, boys. Now we can join back into society. We are officially done with the wilderness. Forever, as far as I'm concerned. Oh my goodness. Dude, that was crazy because I was like, I gotta close my looting bag and I hit the royal seed pod. I should probably not put them together like that. All right, we'll do that. We'll make sure we don't do that next time. Oh my goodness. Finally, boys. Finally.